In One Piece, we've seen emperors who rule the seas, marines who enforce justice, and pirates who chase freedom. But there is one man whose existence alone terrifies the world government, not because of what he has done, but because of what he will do. He is not a Yonko. He is not a marine. He does not seek the One Piece. His name is Monkey D. Dragon, the world's most wanted criminal and the most mysterious character in One Piece. Today, we will explore why Dragon is the most important shadow figure in One Piece, how events like God Valley shaped him, how he has already changed the story from behind the scenes, and what role he is destined to play in the final war that will decide the fate of Part 1. A Man Above. Pirates and Marines. Pirates fight for freedom. Marines fight for justice. But Dragon fights the world itself. As the leader of the Revolutionary Army, Dragon is the only man who openly declared war. Not on pirates, not on Marines, but on the world government. This alone places him above Yonko-level threats. Because emperors rule territory, Dragon threatens ideology. And ideology is the most dangerous weapon of all. Part 2. The Monkey D. Legacy. Dragon was born into legend. Monkey D. Garp, the hero of the Marines. Monkey D. Luffy, the man destined to shake the seas. Yet Dragon chose a path neither of them walked. Garp believes the system can be protected. Luffy seeks freedom within the world. Dragon believes the world itself is rotten at its core. That kind of belief doesn't come from rebellion. It comes from revelation. And that revelation likely began with God Valley. Part 3. God Valley. The lie that created Dragon. 38 years ago, the God Valley incident shook the world. Official history says Garp and Roger defeated the Rocks pirates. The world was saved. Justice prevailed. But in One Piece, erased history always means hidden crimes. God Valley involved. Celestial dragons slaves. A massacre buried from the world's memory. Dragon would have been young during this era. Imagine learning that innocent people were erased, that heroes protected monsters, that justice was just propaganda. God Valley didn't create a hero. It created a man who realized the world was built on lies. Part 4. Dragon and the Void Century. Dragon does not act blindly. His targets are precise. Celestial dragons, government-controlled kingdoms, political symbols of oppression. This tells us one thing. Dragon knows the truth of the world. The Void Century, the Ancient Kingdom, the Will of D. The Revolutionary Army is not just a military force. It is a counter-history movement. Dragon isn't rebelling. He's correcting an 800-year-old lie. Part 5. His powers. The storm that signals change. Dragon's abilities remain unconfirmed, and that's intentional. Wherever he appears, storms form, winds shift, nature bends. Loguetown wasn't coincidence. Baltigo wasn't coincidence. Whether it's a wind-based devil fruit weather manipulation or something ancient and godlike, Dragon's power represents change. Storms don't ask permission, they cleanse. Part 6. Dragon's Impact. On the One Piece story. Even from the shadows, Dragon has already shaped One Piece. After the God Valley incident, while the world accepted a carefully written lie, Dragon understood the truth and chose to act from the shadows. He saved Ivankov and turned the world's outcasts into revolutionaries. He trusted Kuma with a sacrifice so deep that it later saved the Straw Hats themselves, protecting the future without anyone ever knowing. Dragon rescued Sabo from death, gave him a new purpose, and ensured that the flame of rebellion would never die. In Loguetown, when Luffy's journey was about to end before it even began, Dragon stepped in, not as a father, but as a guardian of the world's future. Even figures like Shanks move in a balance that Dragon helps maintain. Dragon doesn't rule territories or seek fame. He protects key lives, plants dangerous ideas, and slowly weakens the foundation of the world government. Every major change in One Piece traces back to someone Dragon saved, trusted, or inspired. And without him, the story itself would never reach its final war. Part 7, Dragon and Sabo, the Flame of the Future. Sabo is not just Dragon's subordinate, he is Dragon's answer to the future. Where Dragon plans, Sabo inspires. Dragon does not want to rule. He wants to end rulers. Part 8, Why Dragon Stayed Away from Luffy. Dragon didn't abandon Luffy. He protected him. We don't know that he loved Luffy or not, but if the world knew Luffy was Dragon's son, he would have been hunted from birth, used as leverage, or erased like forbidden history. Distance was sacrifice. Part 9. Imu, the king who should not exist at the very top of the world. Above kings, above the 5 elders, sits Imu, a ruler erased from history, a god who controls the world from darkness. Imu represents absolute control. Over nations, over history, over truth itself. And there's only one man in the story who directly opposes that kind of power. Monkey D. Dragon, Part 10, Dragon versus Imu. The True War. Here's the core theory. Dragon did not choose to fight the world government. He chose to fight Imu. Dragon doesn't target admirals. He doesn't chase marines. His war is against the illusion of the empty throne, the divinity of celestial dragons. The god ruling in shadows, this is not a battle of strength. It's a battle of truth versus control. Part 11. God Valley and Imu's Hand. Imu likely ruled even during the God Valley. What if Dragon learned that the throne was never empty, that the world was ruled by a single hidden tyrant, that justice was fake? God Valley may be the moment Dragon realized this world cannot be fixed from within. Part 12. Why Dragon never became a Marine. As son of Garp, Marine should be an easy position for him. Marines serve the world government. The world government serves Imu. Dragon didn't reject justice. He rejected false justice. You don't fight a god head-on, you expose them. Part 13. Dragon is not meant to kill. Imu Dragon's role is not to defeat Imu physically. His role is to reveal Imu's existence. Destroy the illusion of divinity. Break psychological control over the world. Imu survives on secrecy. Dragon fights with truth. Part 14. The final war and Dragon's role. When the final war begins, pirates will clash, marines will fracture, nations will rebel. Dragon will stand at the center, not as a king, but as the man who opened the cage. Luffy brings chaos, Dragon brings revolution. Together they end the age of gods. Conclusion. The man who dared to challenge the world. Monkey D. Dragon is mysterious because his past is hidden. His power is restrained. His war is ideological. His enemy is the world itself. He is not just Luffy's father. He is the man who decided this world was built on lies, and I will tear it down. And when Dragon finally steps into the light, One Piece will stop being a pirate story and become a story about revolution. What you think about him, leave in the comment section,